afternoon. A very warm welcome to all of you. I'm Neha Bharadwaj-Alter and this is Game On. A day before the biggest T20 extravaganza, the Indian Premier League starts with the first game between defending champions Chennai Super Kings and Royal Challengers Bangalore. There is big news that's coming in from the Chennai Super Kings camp. The legendary five-time IPL winning captain Mahendra Singh Dhoni has stepped down from CSK Captaincy. And Ruturaj Gaikwad has been made the captain of the Yellow Army. There's been a lot of speculation regarding Dhoni's future in the league, with questions like if this will be his last season. Will it be Dhoni's swan song? On the eve of their season opener against RCB, CSK issued an official statement saying that MS Dhoni has handed over Chennai Super Kings captaincy to Ruturaj Gaikwad ahead of the start of Tata IPL 2024. This is the official statement by the Chennai Super Kings. They say that MS Dhoni has handed over Chennai Super Kings captaincy to Ruturaj Gaikwad ahead of the start of IPL 2024. Ruturaj has been an integral part of Chennai Super Kings since 2019. He's played 52 matches in IPL during this period, and the team looks forward to the upcoming season. With that short statement, we now know that MS Dhoni will not be the captain of Chennai Super Kings this season, and that it has been given to Ruturaj Gaikwad. One thing is clear, MS Dhoni will not possibly be playing all the games for the franchise, and he wants to prepare to groom a young Ruturaj Gaikwad for the next phase for CSK under his guidance. Now, CSK management have always maintained that the call on Dhoni's future will be taken by the cricketer himself, and it seems MSD feels it's the right time to mentor Ruturaj Gaikwad. Dhoni has stepped down from the captaincy, or had stepped down earlier. That was for a brief period in 2022 when Jadeja was made the captain. But Jadeja didn't want to continue after Chennai Super Kings were going through a lean period. They were, losing game after game, and Dhoni had to come back. He took back the reins, continuing in 2023 when they won the title. Now, Dhoni played IPL 2023 with an injured knee, which limited his mobility, and he was often seen limping. In fact, he spoke about his knee problem, and immediately after the season ended, he underwent surgery in Mumbai to address the concern. In all, Dhoni has captained CSK 235 times of their 249 matches, and he's helped CSK win 2 Champions League T20 titles along with 5 IPL trophies. So it is an end of an era. And Harsha Bhogle has very rightly tweeted saying that it was inevitable, but it still hits you hard. So you knew that this was going to happen, but MS Dhoni for CSK has just been an institution, and I think this is big news. Now, Ruturaj Gaikwad, what about him? He came into CSK in 2019 and made his debut for the team in 2020, where he started with 3 Man of the Match awards in 3 successive matches. Then in 2021, as Chennai won their 4th title, he was the orange cap holder. And since then, he has established himself as a regular member of the side. During the 2022-23 domestic season, during the Vijay Hazare Trophy campaign, Gaikwad spent considerable time with MS Dhoni, where the first steps were taken towards the change of guard. In that Vijay Hazare campaign, Gaikwad took Maharashtra to the final, and several of his teammates were left impressed by his style of captaincy. Michael Hussey had earlier spoken about how he thinks that he's extremely calm in situations, and he feels that he is the right candidate for captaincy as well. So that is the big news. Just a day before the start of the IPL, MS Dhoni has stepped down from CSK captaincy, and Ruturaj Gaikwad has replaced him. Now, the 17th edition of this Indian Premier League all set to begin on Friday with the Southern Derby. We've already told you it's the reigning champions Chennai Super Kings who will take on Royal Challengers Bangalore at the M.A. Chidambaram Stadium in Chennai. Here is all that you need to know about this edition of the IPL. With this being an election year, there were talks of this tournament, or at least a part of this tournament, being shifted out of India. But BCCI clarified that the entire league will be held in India and announced a part of the schedule, which is dates for 21 matches over 2 weeks so far. The remainder of the dates will be announced later in the season, including the date and the venue for the final. There are 10 teams this season, and according to the schedule so far, each team is slated to play between 3 to 5 matches. So they've just given out the schedule for 2 weeks that you can see on your screens. And each team out of the 10 teams is slated to play 3 to 5 matches. The tournament, like last year, will have 70 league matches with teams playing 14 matches each. The top 4 sides, they will make it through to the playoffs, which will have a qualifier 1, an eliminator, followed by qualifier 2, and then the final. The first game will start at 8 p.m. Indian Standard Time due to the preceding opening ceremony. Otherwise, on days with only one game, play will commence at 7:30 p.m. IST. On double-header days, matches will be played at 3:30 p.m. Indian time and 7:30 p.m. Indian time, respectively. Now, what are the captaincy changes this season? The biggest captaincy change this year was Hardik Pandya, until we found out that MS Dhoni was to step down. But yes, Hardik Pandya was a big change. He moved back to Mumbai Indians from Gujarat Titans, taking over from 5-time IPL winning captain Rohit Sharma. So that's the first big captaincy change this year in this season of IPL. Hardik Pandya replaces Rohit Sharma. Then Gujarat Titans made young Shubman Gill the skipper with Hardik gone from the franchise. So Shubman Gill comes in for Hardik Pandya, or he is the captain. Then there is Rishabh Pant, who's coming back. Everybody's excited to see him, is anticipating his return and hoping that it's going to be a smooth one. He replaces David Warner. He's coming back after that horrific car accident in December 2022, and he takes back the captaincy reins from David Warner in Delhi Capitals. Then there is Sunrisers Hyderabad. They have a new captain and World Cup winning captain, Pat Cummins, who replaces Aiden Markram. So that's the change for Sunrisers Hyderabad. And then for Kolkata Knight Riders as well, Shreyas Iyer, he has come back. He's fit, but comes in with a rider on how to manage the back pain. If he can manage that back pain, he can play. So he missed the last season due to injury, who has replaced the legendary MS Dhoni as the captain of CSK this year. Let's talk about the venues then, given this is a home and away format. Venues for most teams remain the same as last season. Chennai Super Kings, they have made Chennai their fortress, and they will play their home games at the Chepauk. The first one that you'll see tomorrow between RCB and CSK. Then Royal Challengers Bangalore, they've got a huge fan base in Bengaluru, and that will remain their home base. Lucknow Super Giants, they will play all their home games in Lucknow, and hopefully the pitches this time around will be better, not the slow, sticky surfaces that we saw last time. Kolkata Knight Riders will play their home games in Kolkata. Mumbai Indians, their home would be the Wankhede Stadium. And then there is Gujarat Titans, they will play their home games in Ahmedabad. Sunrisers Hyderabad will play their home games in Uppal Stadium, in Rajiv Gandhi Stadium in Hyderabad. The new venues are for two teams, Punjab Kings and Delhi Capitals. Kings have moved to a new stadium. They will play a chunk of their home games in Mullanpur, with the venue set to make its IPL debut. They will also play 2 games in Dharamshala. So that's the one change in venues for PBKS. They have a new stadium in Mullanpur where they'll play their matches. And then Delhi Capitals, they will play their first 2 home games in Visakhapatnam before moving back to the venue, which is the Arun Jaitley Stadium in Delhi, for the rest of the season. So their first two games are there. Now, what are the new rules this season? Are there any new rules? Yes, there are. In this edition of the IPL, in a bid to facilitate a more even contest between bat and ball, bowlers will be allowed to deliver 2 bouncers in an over. This change in conditions, it was trialled during the 2023-24 Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy. So that's the first thing. The new change or the new rule is that that you can bowl 2 bouncers in this edition. Then there is the impact player rule, which was brought in for the last time in 2023 season. That will remain in place under this rule. In addition to the playing 11, a team will have to list 4 substitutes at the toss. They can use any one of their 4 subs as their impact player. There's also a new smart replay system, which will make sure reviews are quicker and more accurate. The new system will have the TV umpire and Hawkeye operators in the same room with more split screens and better frame rates for better decision making. So that's what will be the new way of doing decision review in this IPL. Now, let's talk about Chennai Super Kings. We've already seen the biggest change, but let's preview the team for you. One of the biggest talking points ahead of the 17th edition of this Indian Premier League that begins with the first game was whether this will be MS Dhoni's last season. Now, we already know that he will not be captaining the team, but will groom Ruturaj Gaikwad under his guidance. In the first game, CSK fans will get to see what the core of CSK will look like this season, because there's one thing that CSK management is very good at, and that is finding out the right roles for their players, making a strong core group and then sticking with that group till the end. Last year, CSK made some smart moves at the auction. They snapped up 2 Kiwis in Rachin Ravindra and Daryl Mitchell. And they also bought all-rounder Shardul Thakur back in the team. The team's strength lies in its deep batting order, with Deepak Chahar coming in as low as number 10, who is no mug with the bat. We know that. However, CSK has been hit by injury concerns, with Devon Conway out of action from the IPL till May due to a thumb injury, and their death bowler Matisha Patirana set to miss the start of the season due to a hamstring injury. While CSK have a direct replacement for Conway in Kiwi World Cup star Rachin Ravindra, the absence of Patirana, that's a big blow to their side. Patirana, his economy is very good in the death. His economy rate is 8. He was the best among bowlers who had bowled at least 90 balls during that phase in IPL 2023. His absence could potentially open up a slot for Bangladesh left-arm seamer Mustafizur Rahman, who also operates at the death. Even some of the players who are available are coming back after injuries. Deepak Chahar, he hasn't played a competitive game since December 2023. Then there is Ruturaj Gaikwad. He has just recovered from a finger injury. He hasn't played one competitive game this year. Captain MS Dhoni himself, like I said, he's coming back after a knee surgery. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of form of fitness that they will be in, match fitness that they will be in. Considering the slow pitches at Chepauk, Dhoni and CSK management have made sure not only to have batters who can tackle spin well, they also have enough depth when it comes to the spin department. Dhoni's strategy will revolve around 3 world-class bowling all-rounders in Ravindra Jadeja, Moeen Ali and Mitchell Santner. They, along with Ajay Mandal and Prashant Solanki, they will look to thrive in Chepauk's favourable conditions. So that is about CSK and about MS Dhoni. Now, a new season of the IPL, and with it comes renewed confidence. So shall we say hope from fans of Royal Challengers Bengaluru. Yes, the franchise has done away with the anglicised word Bangalore and added Bengaluru to its title. That their team can win the trophy that has eluded them for 16 years. RCB have never won the IPL title, thrice making it to the final in 2009, 2011 and 2016. But with the women's team now being crowned WPL champions under Smriti Mandhana recently, RCB's fan base will be hoping that Faf du Plessis and his team can add to the celebrations and win the men's edition. This IPL marks the return of Virat Kohli after 3 months, with the former India and RCB skipper not having played a match since early January. With du Plessis, Kohli, Glenn Maxwell and Dinesh Karthik, RCB has plenty of experience. And now that Cameron Green has been traded from Mumbai Indians, the team has another solid six-hitter in its ranks. Beyond these names, RCB have a good blend of Indian and overseas batters and all-rounders such as Rajat Patidar, Tom Curran, Will Jacks, Anuj Rawat and Mahipal Lomror. But the concern seems to be the bowling, in particular the spin quotient. Maxwell is the most experienced spinner that RCB has, and he's far from a frontline bowler despite having played 422 career T20 matches to go with over 100 ODIs for Australia. Next in line is the former India spinner Karan Sharma, who does not always find himself as a first-choice spinner whenever he plays in the IPL. The other options for RCB where spin is concerned are Mayank Dagar and Himanshu Sharma and Swapnil Singh, but all three will struggle to make the starting 11. And given the nature of the M. Chinnaswamy Stadium with its short boundaries, it looks as if RCB have missed a trick by not selecting more specialist spinners. Now, in regards to the pace attack, Mohammad Siraj is the leader and he is joined by New Zealander Lockie Ferguson, England's Reece Topley and Curran. West Indian Alzari Joseph and the Indian contingent of Akashdeep, Yash Dayal, Vijay Kumar Vyashak, Rajan Kumar and Manoj Bhandake. Not exactly a world-class T20 lineup, which puts the onus on Siraj and Ferguson, the two certainties, and the addition of Green as an all-rounder on paper. As with most seasons, there are clear weaknesses in the RCB squad, but the sheer volume of runs, class and experience that Kohli, du Plessis, Maxwell and Karthik have that gives RCB fans reasons to turn up and cheer the men in red and black. With that, we're going to slip into a short break. When we return, lots more on the other side when it comes to sports news. Stay with us.
Bangalore traffic is an example of something that has gone wrong with our system.
We have more than 50 flyovers in Bangalore city. If flyover is a solution to traffic problem, Bangalore should not have traffic problem.
According to TomTom Traffic Index 2022, Bangalore is ranked as the second worst city in the world when it comes to traffic.
The speed limit at the ORR is 80 kilometers per hour, but our vehicle has only moved 10 kilometers per hour.
What Bangalore needs is a surgery, but what we have been offered repeatedly are band-aids.
Only on the world's first news OTT. News9 Plus, ahead of the curve.
Let's talk about Mumbai Indians now. Mumbai Indians' new captain Hardik Pandya may have said that there is no awkwardness between him and his predecessor Rohit Sharma, who had led the team successfully for a decade. But there is speculation that all is not well between the two of them. Hardik offered a warm hug to his former skipper before training in Ahmedabad on Sunday. However, the fact that the two of them had not spoken to each other since the announcement of Hardik becoming the captain does seem odd, given that they've been close teammates for a long time.
The camaraderie between two former teammates was to the fore as Rohit Sharma and Hardik Pandya met as rival captains in the Indian Premier League last year. Hardik led the Gujarat Titans to successive IPL finals twice during his stay away from the Mumbai camp. His switch from Mumbai Indians had seen Gujarat Titans become the champions on their IPL debut in 2022. A year later, Gujarat had progressed all the way to the finals, which they lost to Chennai Super Kings, with CSK winning their record-equaling fifth title. Mumbai, the other five-time champion, had finished third. Mumbai Indians had won their last IPL in 2020. They failed to qualify for the knockout stage for the next two seasons and lost the semi-final last year to Hardik Pandya-led Gujarat Titans. This prompted the Mumbai Indians to have a major shift in team composition. Hardik Pandya was brought home and made the captain of the team in place of Rohit, who led the team to all five IPL titles between 2013 and 2020. The Mumbai Indians management faced a lot of backlash from their fans for naming Hardik the captain in place of Rohit Sharma. Removing Rohit did not go down too well with the Mumbai Indian fan base, which is pinning their hopes on Rohit to guide the franchise to their 6th title. Pandya also faced severe criticism from the fans. In his first media briefing as the Mumbai Indian captain, Pandya confessed that he had not been able to speak to Rohit ever since his return to the Mumbai camp. However, he did say,
"There won't be any confusion. He is still the India captain. What this team has achieved was achieved under his belt. I'm just carrying it forward. I have played all my cricket with Mumbai Indians with Rohit as captain, so I am sure he will always be around to help me out. I know Rohit Sharma's hand will be on my shoulder throughout the season. I have played for close to 10 years under his captaincy. No awkwardness."
It was speculated that all is not well between Rohit and Hardik ever since a change of guard in the team. Fans waited with bated breath for the reaction of both players when they met each other in the Mumbai Indians training camp. The moment finally came on Wednesday when Hardik greeted his former captain with a warm hug during the training session in Mumbai. Hardik now faces another litmus test right before the onset of Mumbai's IPL 2024 journey. On Sunday, he will be leading Mumbai against Gujarat Titans, the team he had guided to be the most successful IPL squads in his brief 2-year stint as the captain. It will be interesting to see how GT fans welcome their former skipper, who's now been called out for betraying the Titans. A hostile reaction as his home for 2 seasons cannot be ruled out.
Let's talk about Euro 2024. Israel football team will play Iceland in their Euro qualifier. Israel will be playing their home game at a neutral venue due to the ongoing war against Palestine back home. But the two teams prepared for the match amidst political overtones and the shadow of that Israel-Palestine conflict.
Unable to play at home, Israel remain focused to earn a berth for Euro 2024 as they prepare for the qualifier against Iceland later tonight. Israel narrowly missed out on an automatic qualification spot for Euro 2024 after winning only 4 of their 10 Group 1 matches to finish in 3rd place. They have got a second chance to reach their first ever European Championships after winning their UEFA Nations League group last year. They are now compelled to play their home game against Iceland away from their fans due to ongoing Israel-Palestine conflict.
This is the decision. So there is nothing we can do at the moment. Of course, last games we also played away. The home games we played it away. Of course, we want to play at home next to our fans in our stadiums, but this is the situation and we have to deal with it the way it is.
Israel will start favourites against Iceland despite being compelled to play their home game at this neutral venue in Budapest. Iceland have never won a game against the 75th ranked Israel in their previous 5 meetings. They have lost 2 and managed to draw the other 3. As the teams prepare for an intense battle, sports for sure is not the only thing on the mind of the two coaches.
We would love to play in front of our supporters in our country in this kind of situation, but we know what happened and we cannot host the game in Israel, so we are focused only here. We don't care how many people will come to support. We like as much as possible, but we focus only in football, and the coach of Iceland said that and other things. So we focus only in football. So I don't care if he said that before one thing and then now we have some sympathy for us. It's very nice, but we play football.
After facing blowback from comments earlier this week, Iceland coach Age Harrod tried to diffuse tensions by saying he had nothing against the Israeli side following his reported comments that he did not think that Iceland should have to play Israel because of civilian death toll in Gaza.
Sometimes you get lost in translation and it's taken out from a longer sort. I know everything about it. I'm interested in politics. I know all about the hostages, and I also said later on that you should free the hostages and stop the bombing, and you go for peace, because I come from a peaceful nation and I don't take sides in this political. Even a politician can't solve this one. It's difficult. I know that. So if his thing been misunderstood, I think it's sad to play games in the situation as is now. It's more that, than taking any part of the conflict. I don't want to do that because we play against football players, and that's very, very important for me. And many of these players have been playing around in Europe, so I have nothing against the Israelis.
The team that prevails tonight will meet the winner of the match between Bosnia and Ukraine for a spot in the tournament's group stages. Age Harrod predicted that Ukraine would beat Bosnia and would be a tough opponent for either team to get into the group stage of Euro 2024, which starts on June 14th.
Well, that's it on Game On. Hope you enjoyed the show. Goodbye. Thanks for watching.
It's probably the best kept secret in India.
Family-owned business, which has been extremely clinical in their approach. They have not hesitated ever to kill their